Okay, and we are live. This is B2B Power Alliance, Alan Gregory and Terry McIntosh. It is June 11th, 2014, and today we're going to talk a little bit about Terry's business. So the first question, Terry, is tell me a little bit about your business.
All right. Well, I run a business coaching business that does more than coaching. We do the consulting and mentoring as well, and primarily our focus is on peak performance, time management with the business owner, and once we start working with the business owner on that, we expand the scope a little bit and start looking at the business itself. We look at the business systems. What's your marketing system look like? What does your sales follow-up system look like? Even your operational systems. What do they? How do they look like? And do you have the right people in the right jobs? We work on teaching you about building the proper teams for your business as well. How to get and make sure you have the $50 an hour employee doing $50 an hour work instead of $14 an hour work.
Right.
And so, in kind of a nutshell, that's it. Time management, peak performance, and building the proper systems to help you grow your business. So you can do one of several things. You can just, if you want to stay in the business, do the stuff that you like to do, and nothing else. The second thing is, do you want to sell your business at some point? You're going to want to have the systems in place to be able to sell your business. The third thing is, do you want to franchise your business? You have to have systems in place if you want to franchise your business. Or if you just want to step out of your business, have it run itself, and just use it as an annuity.
Now, of all the things that you mentioned, you did mention quite a bit, and most business owners do a lot of different things. What would you say that your primary area of expertise is?
It would be in the time management and building systems.
Okay. And for that, who's your ideal customer? Not just for the time management, but for everything that you do. Who's your ideal customer?
Right. Yeah. So I've learned that there's 7 different stages of business growth, all the way from the one person all the way up to the corporate. And so we primarily focus on stage 2 and 3, which is somewhere between 10 and 35. That's kind of our the best area, because we can do everything that we provide to those companies. If you have less than that, that's fine too, because we can work on the time management and starting the systems creation. However, a lot of the businesses of that size don't realize the benefits of the systems, and therefore don't put a lot of weight behind creating them.
Well, one of the things I notice about small businesses is that some of them don't even realize it. They're very nimble, and if their systems are really good, they can be really, really nimble.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, and it's so much easier to hire and to run your business when you have well-defined systems in place, because then you can just plug in people and say, hey, this is what you do here.
Right. Well, here's another question. What problems do you solve for business owners, like a very specific problem that you solve for these guys?
Sure. A lot of business owners I know are really overwhelmed. They wear 17 different hats in their business. They are trying to figure out, hey, what do I need to do today to make my business grow? Mm-hmm. And the system that I've created over the last 3 years actually helps them with that, because we start off at the high-level strategic level, and we make sure that their business goals are well-defined and in alignment with their life goals, because a lot of times those are switched around. They run their life based on their business instead of run their business based on their life.
Right.
Right. And so when we get that set up, the system that I have follows all the way from that strategic level all the way down to what am I doing day by day or hour by hour even, so I know that I'm not just firefighting today. I'm not just running here, running there, and with these 17 different hats. I know what I need to do today to move my business forward.
So many business owners just run around all day. They might as well just have a fire extinguisher in their hand. They should just be firefighters.
Exactly.
Well, here's another question. What's your competitive advantage? What do you do better than anyone else that does the exact same thing that you do?
What do I do better than everyone else? Well, a lot of business coaches that I've seen, they come from lots of different areas. They could be salespeople, or they could be marketing people, but not very many of them have owned their own business. I've owned 3 businesses. This is my 3rd business that I've run. I bring real life experience to this, as well as the learning. I don't buy into somebody else's system that they've already created. I have my own that I bring to the table. The time management and peak performance system I was just talking about a minute ago, that's something I created over the last 3 years because nothing else worked. I took a little bit of this system, a little bit of that system, and put it all together for what worked for me. And I've used it. I've used it on myself, other business owners. I've used it on high school students. I've used it on even corporate directors have used this system to success. So I know that this stuff works. And I'm bringing my own background, my own personal experience in time management and building systems. I was a systems person for over 15 years in corporate America, as well as working with smaller businesses to help them get their stuff together. So that's kind of it in a nutshell.
Well, the best thing that you mentioned about that is that to say everything in a nutshell is you eat your own cooking. That's the best thing about that.
Exactly. If we were on video here, I'd show you my weekly and my daily planner. This is stuff that I use every day because it works for me.
And so you should. So here's the next question. How do you generate leads? What does your marketing funnel look like? Is it a webinar? Is it a video sales letter? What's going on there for you?
For me right now, I've done Facebook ads. Mm-hmm. I have an evergreen webinar that I have running right now. I have, most of the people I'm getting right now is through face-to-face networking, as well as let me see. I'm getting a few referrals here and there, but speaking for business coaching, speaking is huge. And so I'm actually putting together a talk. I have a talk next Tuesday that I'll be giving for probably about 30 to 50 people, and hoping to get a few solid leads and a few business owners on board from that talk.
Nice. Well, what would the ideal cross-promotion look like for you right now? So would it be like a webinar to someone else's list? Would you want to co-produce a small product? So like with the Alliance members, what would your ideal cross-promotion look like?
So they, depending on what level they see their customer at, if their customer is ready to go, like, hey, I know I need what Terry has. Mm-hmm. Then what I would say is have them go to sign up for a breakthrough session, and I basically sit down with them and walk them through, find out where they are, where they need to be, and how we can get them there. And that's just a one-on-one talk for half hour, 45 minutes or so on the phone or Skype, and we chat with them. If they think that if their potential customer is they don't really know for sure, well, maybe they could use them, they're not really positive, then I would recommend a couple of things. I have a product out there right now that has 4 free training videos to it, which is a good introduction to the time management system that I have. Mm-hmm. And so they could send them there, which I have an affiliate program for, or they can also send them to the Evergreen webinar. That will give them a little bit more, know, like, and trust factor built in there.
Okay, so I guess that's more of the active side. So now, what was a passive cross-marketing might do for you? So like, would you swap guest blogs with somebody? Like if you have like an exchange of a thank you page, kind of like a ride-along. So if somebody has, somebody opts into someone's list, and then instead of them just having their thank you page, they have something that talks about you. Would that be something that'd be ideal for you?
Possibly, yeah. Because it depends. If it's a video thank you page, then they could talk about it a little bit. Otherwise, it could be something like, hey, I noticed that you're interested in this kind of stuff, whatever that is for them. Here's a free, video training that can take you farther as a compliment or as a thank you to you for opting into my list. Here's some extra value that I can provide to you, and boom, go here.
Well, I think the best part about the Alliance is obviously that we all sell to the same target market, so that's great. But we also don't compete with each other because no one does exactly the same thing. That's the whole reason for the non-competitive thing that we've got going on. So that's awesome. I just wanted to give you a couple of ideas about some of the things that we're thinking about doing in the future.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Okay. And can you tell us why you're excited to be a part of the Alliance?
Yeah, there's a couple reasons. Well, first of all, I'm excited to get to know everybody else's business, what they can do so I can refer business, but also to extend my reach. Because right now it's who's on my Facebook list, or who's on my mailing list, or who can I meet at a local networking event. I can run Google ads too. That's another way, but still, there's nothing more powerful than having somebody say, hey, I know this guy that does something about what you're wanting. I might want to go take a look, check him out. That little personal touch, that personal referral is huge. because that know, like, and trust thing, I mean, you're already getting the trust right there. It's kind of transferred trust, if you will.
Right. Well, with what we're doing, you get to expand your reach because for the simple fact that you increase your Rolodex. So what you can't do for your client, of course, nobody can be all things to everyone. So
Right.
now you can because you got other people that can do things that you don't do, which is awesome.
Right, that was kind of the first part of what I was saying there. So I find out what they do, so I can send business their way too. Because you're right. I've kind of narrowed my niche down, and like for example, the guy I met with this morning was a banker. So I don't know very much about the finance side of businesses, and a lot of business owners I talk to, that's one of their things. There's time and there's money, right? And I got the time side down, as the money side that's not my expertise.
Right. Okay. What value do you believe you'll be able to contribute to the Alliance and your fellow members?
What value? So definitely I can help them with the things that I provide, but indirectly as a resource for them, either to funnel leads towards them or to add value to their offering, because now, hey, I know this guy that can really get you up to speed and at peak productivity, and so you're not running around with your head cut off, fighting fires all day.
Right. Okay. And this question, I always leave it for last because it's the most exciting. Can you tell us a little bit about how you got started?
A little bit of how I got started. Wow. Okay. So I've been. This is my third business. So. But in between, I've also done other kind of work. I was a business analyst, so which primarily helps define systems for companies. And so I try to figure out, well, what was it? What can I do that combines all the skills that I have from running a business, doing systems, learning about time management. And I learned a few years ago about business coaching. And I'm like, well, that sounds like something that I could really do. So, like I said, a few years ago, I went to seminars, been studying a lot, reading books. And really learn how to apply that. And so one of the things that I do, I really like to, I probably give more than I should a lot of times. But I really like, what matters for me is looking in that person's face and them telling me, Terry, thank you so much. I could not have done this without your help. And that's huge for me, right?
Validation.
Yeah. And so, in the corporate world, I wasn't getting that at all. So I'm like, this is really not my place anymore. It was really something that I'm very good at, and I can do a great job at it. But I wasn't getting back what I was giving, right. And so it was really frustrating me. So I really like working one-on-one with the business owners, executives, for example, because they have this investment. That they really want to get better. They really want to grow their business and figure out how to make this stuff all work. And so when you give them something that does that, they are just elated. There's this joy that they have. You solve this problem for them. And so that's kind of where I came from and kind of why I do it.
Okay. How can we find out more about you and what you do?
Sure. I have several different places you can go. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube under Biz Coach Terry. That's B-I-Z Coach T-E-R-R-Y.
Okay.
You can find me there. You can also go to my website at zone7coaching.com. That's the number 7 in there, zone7coaching.com. I have a blog there. I have a whole bunch of stuff there. I also have like I said, an evergreen webinar running. It's at coolwebinar.com/top 10.
Okay.
And then my product is, you can find it, the easiest way to go is eliminateoverwhelm.com.
Nice name. That's a great name.
Thank you.
Okay, well, that concludes our business for today. I want to thank you for spending time with me, and if you have any other questions, you know how to contact me, and we'll be doing more business soon.
That sounds great, Alan. Look forward to it.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thank you.